the fans should expect from the new album more electricity, more power, more everything, more me, just raw and uncut, a different edge. Of course, is a little different from what they've been used to, but it's still me at the end of the day. So therefore, I think that's the most important part of it, and I maintain that throughout my music to make sure that it's me, and that's what they're gonna get. Now, the influence of the new album is mainly rock. It's mainly rock, but again, it's me, and so I guess I call it my rock. I get my musical and creative inspiration from no one. I inspire myself. As far as my writing process, there is none. I don't write any of my music. I go in there and I am what you hear. I don't have to write it because it is purely me. It's who I am. So when you write something down, I can write it down and you can read it. So therefore, who is what I wrote? Me and you.
Mama bad, mama main, gasoline. She's on fire, put her out. As a matter of fact, take her out, cause she's on fire. Got on my knees and ask my Lord to keep me clear from the devil, cause my girl, she's on fire. Yeah, I hear that everything is so cool. Yeah. Give me them back shots, I want them back shots. I say, shorty, let me play up in that mat. Till she's on fire. Yeah, shorty, let it. They rabbits, get some match. Till she's on fire. I love the fancy underwear. I sit behind her every year, waiting for the chance to get to tell her I'm the one she should be with. So just let me out. So just let me out. Yeah, just let me out. So just let me out. Just let me out. Just let me out. So I pick the world up and I'ma drop it on your head. Yeah, I'ma pick the world up and I'ma drop it on your head. Yeah. But if I fall up and let the clouds hug me. And if I fall down, I bet I hit the ground running. Bet you searching, found nothing, looking for the finish line. Stop shortcutting, you up your finish time. Came from the gutter, looking like my mother. Made it to the goal line, straight out the huddle. Cash money, gold mine, we just stay loyal. Boy, we getting money like we just found oil. And that's word to my flag. I live first and leave the dead last. I lay it down so hard, I got a bed rash. And I just tell them to loaf it when the bread pass.
So man, bro, we gotta take it back to the legendary year of 2008 for Wayne, bro. At this point, man, Wayne was coming out the highly successful, acclaimed album, The Carter 3, bro. I mean, literally, bro. You want to talk about the biggest rapper in the world, bro? Point at Lil Wayne, bro. Point at Lil Wayne in this era right here, bro. Now, we all know Wayne went on a dynamic 2000s run in general, bro, with the mixtapes. But it was Carter 3 that took Wayne to, like, literally superstar status. Because he was already famous. He always was a greatest rapper and shit like that. But this took him to, like, superstar status, bro. That ass selling $1 million first week, bro. Having hella Grammys off this album and shit, bro. Lollipop being one of the most successful songs in his career up to that point, bro. That ass like took Wayne to different heights, bro, and different storms and shit. And instead of capitalizing off this success of just following up with another classic rap album right after, Wayne decided to get to his experimental bag. I mean, literally, bro. Instead of just running it back with more rap and shit, he literally grabbed a guitar, bro. Started literally like teasing a rock album and shit like that. Now people was brushing it off and shit like that, not really taking it serious. Because he was going to performances with the guitar and shit. But it started really getting serious when he started going to interviews and basically saying that he learned how to play the guitar. He was already crafting a rock album and shit like that. Now, people thought this was going to be an album with just like rock instrumentals with just 808 beats and shit like that. But no, Wayne was taking it to a point where it's like, this is strictly gonna be a rock album. No rap, no none of that. Just rock music in pure form and shit. Now, many people brush this off still, but it was starting to get serious when he dropped Prom Queen as the lead single and shit in late 08, early 09 and shit, bro. And that literally had mad fans confused and critics hating like crazy, bro. I mean, that ass, bro. To a point where when Rebirth had finally hit the scene, it was kind of claimed as Wayne's worst album. Probably up to this genre. But low key, this album is literally one of the most influential albums to this day, bro. I mean, it's many key rappers that come for this stage. So we got to take it back to just genre-breaking rock star aesthetic Lil Wayne era, and literally the most misunderstood era for Lil Wayne. But man, bro, you know how this shit goes, man. Of course you do, my nigga. Of course you do, bro. If you new here, hit that subscribe button, man, bro. If you old here, hit that subscribe button, man, bro. You think you saw any one of my videos before? I mean, anywhere, bro. Your phone, bro. Cousin phone, bro. My phone, bro. Your phone, your sister phone, Wayne phone, anywhere, bro. I mean, anywhere, bro. Hit that subscribe button, man, bro. I'm not playing, man. We going crazy all 2025. And we now in August, bro, so we literally only have a couple months to run this shit up, bro, so let's get this shit. But, man, bro, you see how this shit goes, man. Of course you do, bro. You know what we talking about, man, bro. We are talking about one of the greatest rappers of all time, bro. One of my favorite rappers of all time, man. We are talking about Lil Wayne, my nigga. But not any era Lil Wayne, bro. In this video, we're not even really going to consider him a rapper in this video. We are talking about 2009 rock era, Rebirth era with Lil Wayne, bro. Y'all give him a round of applause, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes. But nah, man, Lil Wayne, bro, Tunchi, my nigga. This was a crazy era for Lil Wayne. Like, you truly had to really be there to experience this era and shit like that, man. Cause a lot of people, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people familiar with this era of Lil Wayne, but not really that much, like, you feel me? So this was an era in Wayne music where he wanted to really experiment and switch his whole style up and shit like that. And that's when he gave us the classic Rebirth album in 2000, I think early 2010, but it really was supposed to drop in 2009 and shit. And this album right here really defined what the fuck the current rap era is to this day, bro. I mean, literally, bro, to a point where a lot of rappers is accepted for doing this type of shit, bro. But it wasn't really accepted at the time when Wayne was doing it. Cause don't get me wrong, bro, rappers was doing like rock shit, bro. Like Jay-Z had a whole collab project with Linkin Park and shit like that, bro. Like many people had rock elements. Running DMC back in the 80s had a whole rock influence type album and shit. So rappers, it was known, it wasn't that common, but it was common for rappers to do something with rock and shit like that. I mean, that just like how Nelly did over and over with the country singer. I can't think of Tim, I forgot his name, but how that, like, it was common for rappers to do like crossover records and shit. But it wasn't really common for a rapper to do a whole rock album like that sounded like rock and shit like that. That didn't have hip hop elements. Strictly had a rock sound to it. That wasn't common in the time when Wayne was doing this shit. And you had to think about it, bro. Wayne was, at this point, bro, Wayne was his prime, bro. This is 09 era Wayne, bro. We all know where it stemmed from this, bro. The years prior to this, Carter 3, bro. The mixtapes, bro. The Drop 3, all that shit, bro. So we all know where it really stemmed and shit like that for this. So it was kind of a weird look when Wayne just decided to ditch all that, throw all that away, and kind of just turned into a rock star. Like, you know, kind of embraced the rock music and shit like that, bro. But it made sense because Wayne was low-key a rock star. It went with his aesthetic well. Because Wayne was a rock star. Wayne was a fucking superstar this time, bro. You couldn't escape Wayne nowhere. So it made sense, but it just wasn't common for the average listener, bro. Especially coming off the success he was having with, like, just all the mixtapes and albums he had previously. But man, like I said, man, we're gonna be talking about the whole just era of Lil Wayne with the rock instead, man. So I don't want to keep this intro going that long because I know I've been talking too fucking much. But I know I have, man. Y'all be telling me all the time, but I know I be talking too fucking much, man. So of course, man, if you watching this, man, you and your girl, bro, go to the store, bro. And that's it, bro. That's the only request I got for you. Just go to the store and just listen to me out behind below this video for the beat. So man, bro, just to take it back to just when the whole aesthetic of the rock shit really came from, bro, you really had to take it back to 08 after the Carter 3 had dropped, bro. So literally, bro, coming out the success of just the highly acclaimed Carter 3, bro, in 08, selling 1 million, bro, getting 3 Grammys off this shit, bro. Wayne literally had nothing left to prove as a rapper, at least as he felt, bro. Cause he really felt like he done did it all, bro. He done got bored with rap. Like he was saying this in interviews. He was bored with rap. He was dominating, like he dominated with the mixtapes and shit, albums, the features and shit. I mean, literally, bro. Wayne was literally had 100 features in 1 year, bro, this time, bro. So it was kind of like, he kind of had did it all up to that point, bro. He had a collab project with Birdman. Like, he proved that he was the greatest rapper of that time and shit like that, bro. So he really wanted to just a new challenge and challenge himself to experiment and push himself to new heights. So slowly and shit like that, Wayne started picking up a guitar and shit like that and literally started playing on his tour bus, bro. Inspired by rock artists that he was listening to, like Nirvana, Prince, you know, the Rolling Stones, even Coldplay and shit. So in the 2009 interview, he literally was just kind of going on record. But this was half of the interviews he was doing in 08 and shit like that. He was already saying, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. This is my freedom and shit like that. So he already was giving us a little abbreviation of what the hell he was kind of really finna get ready and start doing and shit. But he wasn't fully embracing it just yet. In my honest opinion though, I had to really say Let It Rock with Kevin Rudolph was probably the first like glimpse, at least early glimpses of what like upcoming, like Lil Wayne upcoming rock era was truly gonna be and shit. Even though it wasn't his song, he was just a feature on it. It really showed that probably after doing that shit, it really made Wayne want to push forward with that sound and shit like that, bro. Cause that was a huge song and shit like that at the time. But now if you don't know Kevin Rudolph, bro, he was signed to Cash Money, bro, at the time, bro. This when Cash Money was starting to diverse their record label too, bro. They wasn't just signing like, you know, rap artists. They was blending rock and pop and shit at the same time. Cause they had Kevin Rudolph. They had Jay Sean, bro, the dude who made the Down song that Wayne was on and shit. So they was kind of already blending their record label to different heights with signing different signees and shit. But it was this song right here that really took him to like different heights and shit like that. I mean, it peaked at number 5 on the Billboard, went multi-platinum and shit. It was on Video Game. I think it was on Guitar Hero, bro. It was all over the fucking place, bro. So everybody knew and was familiar with this song, bro. And it really mattered for like what the rock era for Wayne would be. Cause it was like the first time we really heard Wayne rap over a full-on stadium rock beat, bro. It was kind of like, it was just a new sound and shit like that and push Wayne audience to a new level and shit like that, bro. To a point where Wayne loved this shit so much, bro, he started really experimenting with like guitar rock chords and shit. And shortly after, he dropped Prom Queen. And like I said in the intro, bro, he started really bringing guitar to his shows and shit like that. Cause like I said though, he was going on interviews and shit like that, confirming that like he wanted to do this. But people really was thinking that it was gonna be like just like rock album, you know, like how current rock albums kind of be like. They have rock instrumentals, like example, like No Stylist by Destroy Lonely, like rock instrumentals, but heavy 808 beats and shit like that as the production. That's what they thought he was gonna do at the time and shit like that. Rock instrumentals and just like basically like On Fire and shit from this album, kind of like a song like that. Cause that was a song that still had like a little rap sound in it, but it had that rock themes and shit. That kind of what they thought the whole album was gonna be, but Wayne was kind of like, nah, I don't want no 808s on these beats. I just kind of wanted to be just the guitar, the riffs, and strictly just me singing or whatever on it. And what made people think he was really getting serious about it, he dropped the single Prom Queen on January 27th, 2009 and shit like that. And this literally was the first rock single that he dropped from the Rebirth era and shit like that. And it kind of really propelled that era as a whole and shit. Cause don't get me wrong, the Carter 3 was still in promotion. They still were dropping singles and that shit was still getting screen time on the radio and all that shit. But this song right here was starting to push on radios and airwaves and shit like that too, bro. To a point where when it came out, it kind of was just, it had mad criticism and shit like that, bro. Some people thought it was bold and experimental. Others thought it was just cringy and shit like that, bro. And that's literally how it is with this whole aesthetic and like era in general, bro. Many people took this as like, I feel like if you really listen to like rock for real, bro, like if rock is your music, like you don't listen to rap at all, bro, you dead ass would think this shit like a parody album or some shit. You would think this is it, dead ass like you'll look at it as a rapper trying to attempt to make a rock album if you really listen to rock every day type shit. I listen to rock music and shit, so I could definitely tell the difference of like how this sound compared to rock album and shit like that, bro. And then some people might think this the best shit ever, bro. And it literally grew to be that. It grew to be one of the best shit ever to certain people, and you know, even myself. Like I love this era and this album, bro. This is one of my personal favorite eras of shit. I feel like when you tell people that you love this era and all that, it kind of shows your age But not really though. If you could appreciate good music, bro, you could appreciate music. That's just in general. So you know when this song came out, bro, many people was just looking like, what the fuck Wayne doing, bro? Then he got the music video and shit like that, bro. It just was one of those situations where it was just like, what the hell is Wayne doing, bro? Like, it just kind of had people looking all over the place, bro. Like, immediately backlash and shit like that, bro. But it's like, if I was Wayne, bro, I would expect that, bro. I'm coming out the highly success of my, like, literally crazy biggest album to this day, bro. Carter 3, bro. I just gave y'all dedication 3, bro. With the, you know, you feel me? Like, I'm going on a crazy mixtape feature run, bro. Coming out to one of the biggest albums and shit like that. So it was kind of like a punch in the face to just throw this out there like that, you know, because many people weren't expecting it. Now I feel like if you was keeping up with Wayne, that you would have known that this was probably gonna be his next sound and shit like that, bro. But you gotta realize the internet wasn't nowhere near what it was nowadays and shit. Where the internet is now, it wasn't like that at the time, bro. The internet was way different than what the fuck it is now, bro. So people really couldn't keep up with it unless the blog pages was really posting things what Wayne was saying and shit. And Wayne was instantly, like, you know, standing on all 10 toes down, bro, when it came to his decision on what he really wanted to do, bro. Like, in interviews, he was saying that everybody expecting Carter 4 and shit. But nah, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all not expecting. I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star and shit. This is my music, I'm expressing myself. Whether people get it or not, it's what I wanted to do. And you feel me? Like, he knew it was a risk and shit like that to drop all this shit. Man, you gotta realize the Carter 4 was already in talks and shit. Because Wayne was already, like, people don't really know that after he dropped the Carter 3, he was initially gonna follow it up with Carter 4 immediately and shit like that. Or I think he was gonna do like a project called the Carter 3, the Rebirth and shit like that. It was basically gonna be like continuation of the Carter 3 sound with more Carter 3 era songs, like continuation of that sound and shit like that, bro. But then I think he just started working on the Carter 4 immediately after and shit. But he kind of put that to the side and really started pursuing the Rebirth era and shit like that, and just saying, and he was already in an interview saying that he don't really just want to follow it up with Carter 4 already and shit. So literally, but he knew it was a risk and shit like that, and he just wanted to experiment, bro. So the push for the album was already in like full motion at this point, bro. It was already speculating that it was gonna drop in 2009. Wayne was constantly teasing the album, just saying it was coming soon, bro. Cause 2009 was the year where he really put his focus on Young Money and shit. That's when he dropped the compilation album with Young Money. He was really putting his focus on Young Money, pushing Drake, Nicki, all them to the limelight. So, but he also was promoting Rebirth too and shit like that. And if you like really was a Young Money, Cash Money fan, bro, when they used to drop their albums and shit like that, bro, they used to have, like, if you look at the booklets, they used to have, like, the little announcements of the next previous project. Like, for example, if, like, Gutter Gutter just dropped the album in 2009. If you look at the end of his booklet, they'll already have the next prelude albums that's finna come after his album drop. It'll be like Nicki album coming in 2009, Drake album coming in 2009, Lil Wayne Rebirth, check for Lil Wayne Rebirth album that's finna drop. Like, so the album was just getting hella announcements and shit like that, bro. It was literally supposed to come out in 2009, bro. And then literally, bro, more songs were starting to leak and shit like that on fire. All them songs were just starting to leak on the internet. I mean, Prom Queen leaked on the internet originally before it dropped it, so many shits was leaking and shit like that. And then boom, Amazon did a fucking unthinkable, bro. Amazon had literally kind of leaked the whole album for Lil Wayne and shit like that, bro. So if you don't know, bro, just literally, bro, Amazon ended up like literally like shifting the album early and shit. That's how you know it was supposed to come out around that time, bro. But Amazon literally had shifted 500 people like the album and shit like that, 500 copies of the album to people and shit before it was officially released and shit. So at that point, bro, the album was technically leaked and shit like that. So people had already like burnt those CDs. They had the CD though. Like when I say Amazon leaked it, they leaked like the CD. Like they shipped the CDs out to people, so people had the full album in their hands. And then, bro, February 2nd, 2010, bro, Wayne would drop his 7th studio album, Rebirth, bro. This album right here, like I said, bro, it was a rock influenced album, bro, with little glimpses of rap in there too, bro. Like, it wasn't just strictly rock. Like, it still had a glimpses of rap in there, but for sure, it was just strictly rock, though, man. And this album dropped on February 2nd, 2010, bro, after many delays and shit like that, bro. And this project started as an EP, bro. It started as an EP of songs, and then they just expanded into a full album and shit like that, bro. And this project right here, bro, was strictly just, like, one of the projects that just, like, man, you had to really be there to experience it, bro, good or bad, bro. But like I said, man, this album was crazy than a bitch, bro. It had hella classic songs in there, bro. I mean, that ass, bro. Prom Queen is example. It's a fire song, bro.
I had it all figured out, but she left me with broken heart.
Da is crazy, nigga.
Tell me, you know you gotta go now. You can see by the way that she walking, you can find that your body need a bodyguard.
On Fire is personally one of my favorite Wayne songs, bro.
She hot as hell, let's call her Helen. Fireman to her rescue like 9/11. And right, I make her hot, she got the devil in her. I do whatever with her. Hell's Angel, I pluck her feathers.
Drop the World with Eminem was a big ass song, bro.
I know what they don't wanna tell you. Just hope you're heaven sent and you're hell proof. I woke up in the world and cut the lights off. And confidence is a stain they can't wipe off. Huh?
Running with Chanel was crazy, bro.
Somebody tell me where to go.
Knockout with Nicki was crazy. Did a bitch, nigga.
Hey, Bobby, are you into black men? Hey, Bobby, I could be a black king.
Hot Revolver was crazy, my nigga.
Young moolah, baby, I think I'm a spaceship. Girl, I gotta drop your ass off. Last night, yeah, we was space. Girl, you love it, girl, I gotta take off.
Bro, Get a Life is fire, nigga.
I'm just trying to get my own. I'm up early in the morning. Yeah, and by all means, gotta get this down. Every time I look over my shoulder, I see you and all your hater homies all up in my zone. Come on, man. Hey, what keep looking at me for?
Come on, bro. Motherfucking American Star, bro, with Chanel, bro, was insane, bro. I mean, literally, bro, Wayne was snapping on his tape, bro, whether if it was good or not, bro. And I had to really give my applause to Wayne in general, bro. I respect Wayne for even attempting this, literally, bro. Like, for even going that far and pushing it to that limit, bro. Because he really could have, like, he could have just did a basic. He could have just followed this. And you gonna get me wrong, bro. 09, like, he was dropping rap shit, bro. Like, not just saying the whole year was just strictly rock music. Like, no, bro. He dropped the classic No Ceilings in 09, bro. He dropped We Are Young Money, bro. Wayne was giving up verses like crazy too on features and shit, but really it was the rock aesthetic that just made this era just like so memorable and shit like that, bro. Because it's just like, man, Wayne was doing so much shit all in one time, bro. So that's why I said I always gotta give my hats off to Wayne for even pushing this to another limelight, bro. I mean, literally, bro, this was Wayne singing with heavy auto-tune over guitar and live drums, bro. Like, that shit could come off as so, like, panty at the time, bro. And it really just took this shit to different heights. But I had to give a shout out to Chanel, too, bro. Now, if you don't know Chanel, man, Chanel was literally signed to Young Money, bro. She was a singer that was signed to Young Money. And she kind of did, like, rock and alternate R&B and shit like that, bro. And she literally was, like, kind of the role behind really this album in general, bro, because she kind of was doing music like that. She was kind of the reference, like she did a reference. I think she wrote Prom Queen for Wayne and shit like that, bro. Like, she became Wayne creative partner, bro, just like for this era and shit like that, bro, for like the whole aesthetic in general, bro. She literally helped shape the aesthetic, the sonic direction of Rebirth, bro. Like, she was a major role in this project, bro. Wrote, arranged songs. She literally kind of featured all on this project, bro. Background vocals, or she on some of the songs and shit like that, bro. She was one of the few people in the studio who understood what Wayne was trying to do, bro, strictly with the rock sound. So she helped bridge the gap between genres. She's somebody who I really wish would have took off for real on the Young Money, bro. She had that one song in 2012 that called So Good with Drake and Wayne. But like I said, it didn't really push the, like, her to limelight and shit, and she kind of just went unnoticed out of this, bro. So I really wish they would have promoted her a little more and shit like that, bro. But it is what it is. And then you gotta realize, but since the aesthetic in this era was crazy, like I said, bro, skater rock vibe. I mean, literally skinny jeans and shit, Vans, bro, Supra, bro, them shoes, Chuck Taylors, bro, like shit, like studded belts and shit, chains. Like, he was rocking little chains on the pants. Just graphic tees with school, like literally, bro. Like, then he started leaning to skating into it around this era too, bro. Like, literally, bro. Wayne was like having, like, I remember he used to always rock his hairstyle in 09, bro. 09, 2010s, bro. Like, with the, like, braided dread. Like, when I had dreads before, bro. So I wish my dreads would have got that long. to a point where I could have rocked these hairstyles. Cause this is one of my personal favorite styles that Wayne did, bro. Like I feel like this hairstyle fucked his dress up in the long run, but not really though, because I heard that this hairstyle kind of hurts and shit, bro. And like I said, bro, Chanel was the main influence. She was kind of helping, like, it's kind of like what Playboi Carti doing today, bro. Like with the I Am Music era and shit like that, bro. Like pushing like that rock sound and shit, but having like Sex is Death, bro. Like she's like kind of Carti primary like dresser, like his like kind of stylist with his era and shit like that. It's kind of what Chanel was doing like in the 09 for Wayne and shit, like pushing him to the influence, like, you know, just with the whole aesthetic of what he doing and shit like that. So it's kind of like a full circle moment in my eyes. And I don't know if many people know this one Lil Wayne feature, bro. He did on Kevin Rudolph song I Made It, bro. But he fucking spazzed though this shit, bro.
Came from the gutter, looking like my mother. Made it to the goal line, straight out the huddle. Cash money, gold mine, we just stay loyal. Boy, we getting money like we just found oil.
Straight for the gutter, looking like my mother. Now, of course, bro, like I've been saying, bro, of course when this album dropped, bro, it didn't get that much love at all, bro. Like I said, bro, critics dragged this shit to the ground, bro. This shit dropped on February 2nd of 2010, bro. And when it first dropped, bro, like, you had to realize all the responses this shit really got, bro. Not even just from, like, big magazines and shit like that, bro. From just YouTube in general. Like, I would be watching videos, like, from that time when people was doing their honest reaction on it. Dude, YouTubers, like, they hated this shit, bro. People that was giving a review on this album hated it, bro. And you gotta realize, getting a Pitchfork score at that time, bro, that shit was a big deal, like, in the rap game and shit like that, bro. They gave this shit a 4.5 out of 10, bro. And at that time, that meant that shit was horrible. Rolling Stones gave this shit a 2, bro. Metacritic gave this shit a 37 out of 100, bro. As literally, bro, one of Wayne's lowest rated projects ever, bro. And the common criticism really was just Wayne can't play the guitar, bro. The production's all over the place. He sound lost trying to sound rap, like mix rap and rock together. It just don't sound right. And like literally, bro, fans were just, they was going insane, bro. And not even just fans, people in general, bro. Like this album wasn't getting the love it was supposed to get, bro. Like it's basically, it's just due. And it sold well and did decent on the charts despite all the hate it was getting and shit like that, bro. It sold, like, it debuted at number 2. It was sold 176 first week, you know, 7,000 first week and shit. Literally, bro, it went platinum and shit like that, bro. Like I said, it became the beat. And then Drop the World was literally a big ass hit and shit from like the album and jump. Cause you gotta be like Wayne and Eminem joining forces on the song, but that was kind of like the first official collab they had at the time and shit. So it was only right. And you gotta, like, this is like Relapse after Relapse era, like Eminem. So Eminem was, you know, on flames at this time. Wayne was on flames too, but Eminem was on flames, so that was a big hit from this album and shit. But literally, bro, this album was shit on like crazy, bro. Like it's a video on YouTube. Like I think it's a magazine. I forgot who posted it, but it was like probably 2-3 years ago. They literally said, literally, one Lil Wayne worstest album is literally his most influential, and that's true. Like that's true to an extent, bro. Because you have to think of like the long-term influence this album gave, bro. It's like common, bro. It's common for rappers to do rock shit and like make a rock album or just do rock, embrace a rock aesthetic with their music. Lil Uzi Vert, bro. Like Lil Uzi whole 2017, 2018 rock aesthetic, bro, when he was on some rock shit. Even like nowadays with Uzi on Pink Tape, bro, he has a whole rock songs on that project, bro. That would not be like acceptable today if Wayne never took the risk he did and dropping this shit like in 09, bro, 2010, bro. Young Thug, bro, with like Beautiful Thugger Girls, bro, Punk album, bro. Them albums right there literally push this sound, bro. That would not be acceptable. Trippie Redd, bro, Neon Sharp, bro. MGK, bro, with Tickets to My Downfall in 2020, bro. Come on, Playboi Carti, bro, with the whole rage of like rock aesthetic sound, bro, that he did on Whole Lotta Red and future albums after that, bro. Like everybody has like Tentacion, bro. Everybody in a rap game now, it's acceptable. Like this is many people like favorite albums. Like when people talk about Lil Wayne, like nowadays in interviews, they talk about this. They always bring this album up. Like they bring the classics and mixtapes and shit up, but they always bring this album up and shit like that because it literally wouldn't have like been embraced if it wasn't for this era and shit. You had to think back to like that time when Wayne was doing this shit. Like I said, with the outfits, bro, people try to duplicate that. Like look at this picture of Carti uploaded a couple months ago, bro. You can't tell me this is just not a Rebirth era with Lil Wayne type of fit, bro. Like minus, like Carti don't have no face tattoos like that for real. So minus the face tattoo, you could tell me this ain't something Wayne wore in that time, bro. like with the face tattoos and shit like that, bro. Just he literally inspired that rock star aesthetic that literally people kind of do nowadays and shit like that, bro. And it wasn't normal doing it at the time he was doing this shit like that. So that's why I say I gotta respect Wayne for even attempting this, bro. For even doing this shit, like embracing it, taking the risk he did. Cause that's literally what it was. It was a risk, bro. He did this shit. Like Wayne was the hottest rapper in the world at this time, bro. He was in his prime doing this shit, like, so to stop all that and just jump straight into some rock shit, bro, in the middle of like you going insane with the rap game, bro, that takes so much balls to do, bro. So like I said, Wayne will always get to respect in my eyes in general, because like I don't know nobody who would do that, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, many artists nowadays kind of did it. Like Cardi done did it for sure with, like, you know, coming from dialect, self-titled and shit like that, and just switching his whole style up from that and giving us Whole Lotta Red, which was a different aesthetic than anything he did. Like, he doing it in the height of his career and shit like that. But Wayne did this at the time when he was kind of like on fire. Like, you couldn't escape Wayne at all, bro. So, and he did it at a time where the internet wasn't really praised like where it is nowadays and shit like that. So literally, bro, Wayne is literally the forefather of this era, bro. This album right here will always get a just do in my eyes, bro. It's literally like influential. Like, if you had to compare the two, bro, 2010, bro, this album was considered an L, a meme. Like, what was Wayne thinking? 2020s nowadays, this album is just like literally explained as experimental, influential, risky, a blueprint. It literally was a misunderstood cult classic, bro. Many Wayne fans really love this album though, man. It's one of the albums that it just in Wayne discography where it's kind of like it has to be there and shit like that. You know, now this era really didn't last that long and shit. Wayne gave us elements of rock aesthetic songs and shit like that the years to go on, but he never really just gave us another rock project after this and shit. Like, he didn't, like I said, he done did rock shit out of this, but he really didn't give us another rock album out of this and shit like that. He kind of went to, because after this, Wayne had been to prison and shit like that, so we really didn't get no music from that nigga in general. Then when he got out, there was the Carter 4, I ain't know him being era and shit like that, so he kind of just stopped doing the rock shit in general. But it was just good to see him, like, at least try this shit like this. Like I said, he get my respect for even attempting this, for even doing this and shit, especially in the height of his career. So like I said, he'll always get my respect. Wayne is the GOAT, man. This era will never not be old, and it literally was one of them eras where just Wayne did some shit that nobody was brave enough to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will wrap this video up. If y'all enjoyed the video, man, y'all give the video a big ass thumbs up, man, bro, man. You know how this shit goes, man. I love and appreciate all of y'all, of course, man. Y'all know this by now, man. Y'all should already know, man. Y'all are the best, man. I really do love y'all, man. Y'all are the best, bro. I really give my respect and my credit to all y'all. And I gotta thank God, of course, because if it wasn't for him, none of this wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't even be here right now to even do this, man. So I gotta give my thanks to God. I love God. Thank you, God, for waking me and my family up to another day, and you guys waking y'all up too, because y'all woke up to watch this. So, you know, it takes so much time and stuff, you know. So, and I really appreciate y'all for real, man. We are so close to that 12K, man. We just want to keep grinding to get there, man. We got so much shit coming, bro. Y'all appreciate this video, man. I really appreciate that, man. Y'all give it a thumbs up, man. I really do, bro. Like, it's so much stuff y'all could be watching, man. So y'all take the time out of y'all day to watch me, man. I really appreciate that for real, bro. And, you know, I got way more Wayne videos coming. Y'all know, man, when it comes to Lil Wayne, bro, we could go all day talking about Lil Wayne. Wayne is the GOAT, bro. I was there to experience half of Lil Wayne eras and shit. I just had to do this video, man, because I feel like it's only right to do this video. You can't talk about Lil Wayne and not skip over this era. Many people try to skip over this era for him, but you can't do it, bro, because it's kind of part of his story and shit. So, man, like I said, man, comment what y'all want to see, man. Check the community polls, man. That's why I asked y'all what y'all want to see. I let y'all know what's coming, just in general, but y'all just hit that poll, man. Y'all just let me know in the comments what y'all want to see, though, man. I'm not really shying away for doing anything, bro. I'm going to get to it when I get to it. I got so much shit coming, bro. And I really had no prior announcements, man. Until the next video, I love y'all. And yeah, man.